And I am especially praying to the Mayan spirit of Lahun, the 10th tonal, manifesting. I am asking you for your continued energetic support from my teaching of your information and all of the other Mayan Tzolk'in information. Greetings, dear soul. It is I, Crispy, in Lak'esh Alakin Namaste. Today we're talking about tone 10. This is 5 because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is 10. Tone 10 usually is depicted on its side and sometimes like this, and it represents 2 hands praying. It also represents 2 hands making deals, holding hands, working together, and manifesting. So first, let's jump right into all of the key code words for tone 10. Co-creating, collaboration, partnerships, compassion, bonding, abundance, motivating, supporting, solidity, and the middle path. And as you'll see, the ego dramas, destructiveness, jealousy, and conspiracy. Now, as with all the ego dramas, what you see here might be the way a person attracts to themselves something. It doesn't necessarily mean anyone born on tone 10 is going to be involved in conspiracies. It could mean that they're fascinated by them and think about them and therefore attract them into their lives, but it could just be a distraction, as it were. That's the way all of the key code words work as well, but I want to point out compassion being directly connected to the heart chakra. And here is why I teach that tone 10 is directly connected to the heart chakra. And you'll see right there, so is tone 4. So let's dive right into the 4 guides that we all have. And it always starts by adding 5 to your core self birth tone. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 1, 2. Tone 2 is in the Past Wisdom Guide. 3, Divine Feminine. 4, Divine Masculine. 4 and 10 are very connected in that way. And then 5 for the Future Vision Guide. So here are the names for those tones for you. Past Wisdom Guide, Pairing, Divine Feminine, Activating, Tone 4, Stabilizing, and Tone 5, Empowering. Now, here's another connection between Tone 4 and Tone 10, the 2 heart chakra tones. That's right. Everyone born on Tone 4 has tone 10 in the Divine Feminine guiding tonal position. That's the same for every relationship of the Tzolk'in, glyphs and tone. Whoever is your right-hand man, as it were, you are their Divine Feminine guide. Every glyph and tone, even though there's 20 glyphs, the exact same relationship holds true as the 13 tones. So before we dive into the exemplars, and it's a stunning list of human beings today, let's look at where all of the tone 10s are on the Tzolk'in, and this is the order I will present them to you. Of course, the first one being Kin 10, the 10th day of the Tzolk'in. And then 13 days later, Keen 23. 13 days later, Keen 36, and so on and so on. So let's get started with Keen 10, Tone 10, Glyph 10. Fascinating collection of people here. Reuben, you lucky fellow. 13 days later, and oh my goodness, Jack did not live long enough to get the white-haired, white beard going. And if you would like to learn more about Jack, please check out this video here, which I just made 1 month ago. 13 days later, fascinating trio. And if you follow my blog, you can find out a lot more about all of these Keen. 13 days later, oh my. And if you'd like to learn a little bit more about John and Yoko, please check out this video. 13 days later, manifesting breath. Synchronicities abound. "13 days later, manifesting compassionate vision and abundant messages." Oh my goodness. 13 days later, wow. This is very intense. Now, I should say that the key code words for everyone's glyph and everyone's tone are just potentials, probabilities, possibilities, and they don't really define a person completely whatsoever at all. Someone's birth order, their gender, their wealth already coming into this earth family, their place of birth, so many other factors come into a person's outward expression of their inner personality. And so in some cases, things go, let's just say, awry. So, Kate Winslet, I'm watching you. Be careful. 13 days later, here we have one of the greatest contributors to Mayan astrology, Kenneth Johnson. Now, 13 days later, we don't have any humans, but please read all about the jaguar shaman. "13 days later, Barbara Hand Clow, another massive contributor to the Mayan information base we have in the English language, as well as the author of The Pleiadian Agenda. And if you haven't read that, you should. Wow. 13 days later, we do not have any humans, but please read into the Solar Chief. "13 days later, Oh my goodness. Just the fact that Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung have the same Mayan birthday should blow your mind. And then we add in these others. If you don't know who Tony Shearer is, please watch my video here. This is before I found out about Joseph Brenner and Robert Bauval. So please watch this video. 13 days later, Mr. Morley has also contributed deeply to the amount of information humanity has about the Maya. 13 days later, a fascinating quintet. If you would like to know more about Marianne, first of all, you can watch the Eye of the Hurricane Manifestors. And then I did a Who Are You tarot throw for Marianne Williamson. And I'm just saying, some very intriguing information came through. If you're interested in her at all, please watch that video. 13 days later. If you don't know Goenkaji of Vipassana, well, you should. He passed away many years ago after leading thousands of 10-day Vipassana sits. And every English-speaking Vipassana in the world, you will hear his voice before and after every meditation, and at night for the 1-hour lecture. 13 days later, a manifesting serpent extraordinaire. His birth name is Joseph Anthony Arguelles, or Arguelles as they would have called him in America where he was born. Please watch these videos, yet another Who Are You tarot throw, and to learn about Jose's contribution to the world, you really should watch this video. 13 days later, very sharp trio of individuals. "13 days later, oh my goodness. Manifesting monkeys. What the heck is going on here? This is really something. Please watch my video about Joe for a deeper look. 13 days later, we have no human being, but please read all about the seed. And for our last king, 257, these two lovely ladies. And for information that Linda asked Bashar, please watch this video. So there you have it, short and sweet. Almost everything you'll ever need to know about Tone 10. And if you ever have any questions, please just ask me. For example, what's your Mayan birthday? Well, you should really check here. And this page shows you the various types of readings I give. So, in Lak'esh, Alakin, Namaste.